Welcome to the final instalment of our realistic Luton Town build, where today we will be finishing this epic detailed build capturing all aspects of Luton Town surrounding their football stadium. Last time out we built this scrapyard and warehouse district, not missing a single detail, so please go and check that out if you haven't already seen it. And now let's move on to finishing probably my favourite build yet. So now we've got our warehouse industry finished here. It's time to go in and finish our final section, which is this bit here. We also need to get in our commercial down this side here. We're going to do that to finish off though. We're going to go in and take a look at our map and see what we need to get in this area here. So if we look at it here on Google Earth, you'll see that we do have mostly row housing around the sides here, and then within the middle of that row housing we've got here, let's take a little look. This is a primary school, so basically an elementary school for those of you in America. We've got a church here, we've got a mosque there, another that looks like a small primary school here. Anything else? I think we had a church. Yeah, we've got All Saints Church here. And then if we go along, you take a look at the shops. So our commercial buildings here, we've got some slightly bigger ones in the center here, but most of these look like kind of row homes. If we take a look at the ones here on the opposite side of the road, you can see they're like little row homes. They've got the commercial on the bottom, and above that a lot of them you've got, or you will have, flats. So we'll try and use our row home mods. They have been working again, so it's great news. We can start to insert those. And then we have got like a little nursery here. Yeah, we've got a few other bits that we can add in. We might also use the space to get in some amenities that we perhaps haven't got in yet, just to make sure that our little Luton Town runs smoothly. So I have gone over and uploaded this onto, or brought it up on Google Maps here, just so we can go in a little bit closer and see what sort of buildings we got here. So we've got a post office there. We're definitely going to get a little post office in somewhere down here. We've got a supermarket, we've got a food store, we've got some restaurants, we've got a church at the back there. We've also got British Red Cross. That's like a ambulance service, a medical team. If we go along here, we've also got cake store, restaurant, noodle bar. We've got community centre, a nursery at the back there. Yeah, so basically lots of commercial food places that we can add in. So let's hop back over and see what little props and assets we can use for that. I've got the game on pause, so what I might do, and this is what I did earlier with all our row housing, is I'm going to go in and just build a pedestrian path around here, because I probably won't have any row homes on this. And then what I can then do is go in and grab our EU medium density buildings, or row homes should I say, and we can make them all 3x3. We'll put them in for now. This doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but we can then go in and build our little roads coming into the center off of that, and we've already got that in place, so that when we press play to finish this off, we'll then have all those in place. We won't have to mess around too much. We might have to go in here. So you can see that this is what I had to play around with earlier, and why it took me so long is we've got all these 6 blocks here all assigned to this road. So what I'll do is I'll grab again our pedestrian tool and I'll run it up here. I'll leave 3. There you go. And then what I can do then is zone in these 3, and hopefully once I delete this, yes, there we go. We've got 3 that way and 3 that way. Perfect. That works out nicely. Exactly what we wanted. A little bit fiddly, but you can get it looking exactly how you want. So if you're doing a specific realistic build like this, it can really help. We've got quite a bit of room here that we can play around with. The first thing we'll do is get in our little road here. So we're going to just get an alleyway. We'll keep it simple. We're going to join it, or have it coming all the way down here, making sure I connect it up to this road here, of course. Will it let me? Hopefully. Yep, there we go. And then I think if we take a look at our schools, I mean across the board I've got a ton more demand than I have got actual school availability or school places, we desperately need a college. I know down the bottom we had a small elementary and a small high school, so I'd like to get in here. We're going to use some of our mods that we've got. This college is far too big. I think the row, that's still too big. If we grab, oh, this could be a nice fit. If we grab here our college, small college, if we put that at the back there, that gives us 500 spaces. That's pretty cool. That adds up. That brings us close to the green. I like that. That's a great idea. And then what I'm thinking on the other side here is we can then have a small elementary school, because we've got 18,000 eligibility and only 7,500 capacity, so we definitely need a ton more of those. That gives us another 400 spaces. So if we put that across there on that side, and then we've got schools on either side of the road, so that's brilliant. And then what I can do is I can add in here an extension wing, and that does fit nicely along the back there. How does that look? I don't know if we want to move that though. Am I able to relocate this? Can I have this any way round I want? Could just have that like that. That's pretty cool. Pretty simple. And then what I might do is maybe grab a section here and connect it up and make it a proper path coming across. So if we just draw a straight line there, we're going to try and line this up nice and straight. There we go. That all looks like one building now. I've got a nice walking point all the way across there. And if we extend this road out here pretty close to the main road, it gives us loads of room at the back here to add some other things. So what I would like to get in are some parks and hopefully some of our sporting area here. Could we get our main tennis court in the back? I believe we can. We can simply just snap that alongside our college. And then could we get a basketball court here? Sweet, that would be quite nice. Again, I might move this way a little bit, just so it's a little bit more spacious. What I'm thinking I might do here though is run this path along to the house in there, and then do I have enough room to flip this tennis court and put it at the end there? That could be good. And then my intention is to see if I can fit in parking here. So let's open up a parking. I can't remember what size grid these are. If we go to our small parking lot, oh, that's a nice fit. Let's put that in there. That is a good fit. That does fit in quite nice. What I'm thinking here, again, we could maybe rinse and repeat the same on opposite side as well. So again, if I grab our road tool first of all, and see if we can squeeze this between the two. Yep, nice, that does work. Let's first of all delete this because it's really annoying us. We don't need that anymore. We've got our row house in nicely aligned. And then let's reselect again. I don't care that it costs a bit of money to move this. So we'll put that there. And then just fill in these annoying little gaps that we do have. Just to make that all one block. And then back to our parking. I think, could we fit in, do we have a modest? That's way too big. Yeah, we can definitely fit in a tiny one in there. Oh, I really like these tiny parking lots. You can really do a lot with these. Okay, so that's that area complete. I will fill in these gaps with some vegetation and some nice green areas. We'll come back to that a little bit later on. What I would like to do though is go in and fill in these areas here. So the first thing I want to do is get in a small medical clinic. I'm planning to put another building here, so if I keep that free, I'll show you what I was thinking. We could grab our death kit. If we can get like a city chapel like this, oh, that could work nice. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like that. If we take a look at our map quickly, we're going to imagine that that is the Luton Central Mosque up here. So we're going to pretend that's the little mosque. I know we've placed it slightly differently, but that's what we're going with. Yeah, so that looks really good. And then we can get some, maybe some row housing and commercial in here. And then with this space that we've got here, we're going to see, it's going to be a bit of touch and go, I think. Does it fit in there? Oh, it's going to be tight. If I can put Anarchy on, and then if I can try and line this up, close, maybe even slightly over the road on each bit. How much is that going to overlap? Really pushing my luck of how much I'm overlapping this. Let's put it there. How's that? Oh, it's pretty close. It is pretty tight. If I can go in now, let's delete this hedgerow. So this is the great thing about this extra bulldozing tool. Delete that hedgerow. Actually, that's okay. And then I could even just reinsert a hedgerow there and then run it along the road. So if we grab our hedges here, with our extra mods that we've got, we'll use the high hedge. We can do that. And then we'll draw it along here, taking off snapping. Run it up to the road. And then slightly across, and then we'll come again all the way back along here. It's only ever so slightly with the hedge overlapping the road, which is perfectly acceptable, perfectly fine. So that's a nice little small clinic on the corner there. That's brilliant. Again, we can put some little commercial shops in down here as well. So let's go over to here now, and this is where we're going to have some commercial down this side. So let's quickly go in, and we will delete all our pedestrian paths that we placed earlier, just so we see what sort of grid size that we're working with. And then we're going to go for commercial all the way along. So if we grab our commercial tool here, and we go for EU, oh, we could, well, yeah, let's go for the row housing. I think we're going to do it. So if we grab our EU mixed row housing here, and then we're going to, again, we're just going to put that in. If the lots are slightly funny sizes, doesn't really matter. That's okay. Same here. We'll do the same all the way along this side as well. Nice. And then we've got little gaps here that we still need to fill in, like this one. Little gap. We can then just delete that, and that will grow back to full length. Then we're going to do the same in the little gaps that we've got here as well. So again, some EU mixed row zones. Filling that in there. And then we don't have much room here, but we're going to do our best. We'll put a couple in there. That should fit nicely. And just filling in the little gaps to fill in all the blanks. And then what we'll do is we'll decorate. We'll put greenery in here. We'll decorate this up. Put some trees between. We could even get some more mixed zoning in here as well, just to fill in all these little gaps. And we'll get some there as well. So really cramming them in. That will really help. We've got tons of commercial demand down here, so that will really help with that. If we take a look at this little section here, and I do want to fill this in. So you'll see in this little area here that we've, again, I think we've got another car company here. We check on our Google Maps and we move across to that section. Over here we've got petrol garage, we've got a van hire, got auto center. Yeah, so all car places. So I could probably put a petrol garage on there. Use our find it mod. We're going to here. If we just type gas, should pop up with all the different gas station sizes that we can get. What actual size would we need here? So it looks like our 4x5 here It's quite a nice fit. Does that work? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks okay there. If we take out these trees, we'll get a better idea. Yeah, that looks okay. We will have to go in and fiddle with these roads and get them connected up. If we connect up this side and do the same here. Nice. I think if we go into our this tool here, that's connecting at a really funny angle. So we're actually going to go and change that. We do need to change that now. And if we bring this one across and then back to here, how's that look? Have we got it in the right place? Yeah, close enough. A little bit less angle, and then we've got it. Right there, perfect. Right, now we've got that in place. So that's pretty cool. We can then extend out the grass here. And then we could even just fill in the rest of this with some grass as well, just to fill in these blanks, just so it doesn't look too ugly. And we've got a nice little filling in there as well. And we can connect it up to that grass. Right, there we go. That looks pretty cool. We can put some bushes and some decoration in there as well. So if we jump in to our vegetation and we just turn our line tool on, we can just go in, grab this, maybe put, I don't know, maybe 2 meters apart and drag it across. Yeah, that's pretty cool, and we'll just do that all the way around. Yes, just playing around with the surface there and extending those out and changing them up a little bit and adding some bushes around the outside really makes that look like all one petrol garage now, so that's really cool. And then we'll do round the back here. Let's see what we've got. I'm probably just going to make this all just simple commercial buildings. So let's grab our low density here and we'll make this all, we'll make that all commercial. We'll keep that simple. We won't mess around with that too much. Okay, and the last thing to do before we press play, we're going to go and grab, I know I said we're going to do this earlier, but grab our little post office here. What I would like to do, let's put snapping on. Oh, I don't quite have enough room to put that in alongside this road, so perhaps I'll just put it in the middle of our row housing here, and that only takes up 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 by 4 that is, so that's quite small, that's quite cool. And then we'll get some row housing come in either side of that. That has 6 employees. Alright, nice, that looks cool. So what we'll do, we'll press play, let some of these buildings develop, and then we'll play around and sort of extend some of our detailing out and yeah, add the final touches basically. Yeah, so let's do it. I'm looking forward to getting this finished. What I'm going to do with this little area here is just put some, one is a bit of a filler, but 2, we're going to put tons of parking in to give people loads more places to park, because I still think with a city this size they're going to be limited with parking, so it just gives them some free parking that they can use. So again, we're going to use our mods. We're gonna place these all the way down, and then we can just surface it up after. So we will take off snapping here. We're going to get them fairly close to the road. And the trick is going to be to curve them round and get them all lined up. There we go, that looks pretty decent. We've already got someone decided they want to park already. So we'll go in, we'll just put some path around that, or some surface around that. Hopefully it will look a little bit better than them just parking on the grass. There we go, that looks stripped, looks pretty cool. And then we'll probably get in here a fence going all around the outside, probably a hedgerow. I think that's going to be the best fitting thing for this area. Just to add a little bit more detail, I'm going to get some lighting in all the way down the back. We're going to use these light poles because these are no doubt my favourite ones. They really light up, which is great. Let's go for 6 meters. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, that's okay. We've got quite a lot there, but I don't mind having quite a few. There you go. That looks quite nice. You can see here a lot of our row housing has come in. Some of them are sort of a little bit sideways, and the paths look a bit funky where they're not attached up, or they're slightly funny shapes, especially like this one here. So we're going to go in, touch those up, and then add in all our vegetation, and we should be done. We should be able to see the final result. For some reason all the sedans I'd put in have vanished. I don't know if you can actually place cars and they'll stay there. I say that, I know our junk cars here are actually okay. They haven't moved, they haven't disappeared, they've probably been there the longest. So I don't know whether it's because these are usable cars, they just vanish. Maybe they all got stolen. But yeah, if I put junk cars in instead, maybe that's a better solution, and I know they won't disappear then. So let's go over and try that now. Although this is not going to be perfect using the junk cars, hopefully it's going to give us the result that we want here. Right, fingers crossed now they won't disappear. If you sort of zoom out a bit, squint your eyes, yeah, you can't really tell they're junk cars. You can't really tell. They could look like brilliant cars there. So yeah, hopefully now that's solved our issue and they won't disappear. I did have to go in and zone out underneath these industrial buildings. I'm hoping now they don't get abandoned, disappear, because first time round they were abandoned, they all vanished. Well, most of them anyway. The little ones didn't. I can see they're occupied by business already, but perhaps it was because I hadn't zoned underneath. Let me know in the comments if that does solve the solution. And there we go, guys, that's Luton Town finished. I'm super stoked with that and how that looks. We're going to go in and just put a district around that now, and just check out our population and see how the town's looking. So it's currently named it Brightwater Square. We're going to change that pretty quickly to Luton Town, and that's Luton Town finished. So let's take a look at our map on Google Earth and see how that looks in comparison. There it is, and I hope you agree. Please let me know in the comments below if you think that looks what remotely similar. I feel like we've captured and added some unique features into Orange Blossom. We've got our little scrapyard, we've got our industrial warehouse districts that we've put in there, and then we've got our row houses like in this map here, all neatly in line, all nice and symmetrical, which is really pleasing on the eye. And then we've got our centerpiece, which is Kenilworth Road, Luton Football Town's stadium, and I think that looks brilliant. So we'll switch back again, and I hope you'll agree that that does look really similar. And we'll finish up with giving you a little tour of the whole town and all the little features that we've added in just to top it all off. So we'll start at the bottom here. We've got our little housing estate here with both our medical clinic and our small police station. With our neat row houses above. We've gone on here and we've added in Bratwood Park. I think that looks pretty cool. Nice little feature to the city. If we move up here, we've got our schools that we put in, both our elementary and our high school, with our pool, our tennis courts, basketball courts. That looks really cool, snug, nice fit into that little area. Moving across here, we've got our scrapyard or our junkyard for cars. So that looks excellent. That does look just like the one on the map. This whole area looks brilliant. We are having issues with abandonment here, but hopefully we can sort that out. If you guys know how to sort that out, please put that in the comments below, because I've even put underneath here the correct zoning and we're still getting issues. So I don't know if it's just that type of building or where it is, but these ones seem to have fixed themselves. I did have to go in and sort them out. So moving across, we've got our another house in the estate here. That's pretty cool, with our little commercial area just at the front here. And then this is cool too. This took a long time. Again, this is our industrial area here. We're imagining these are little sedans that they're trying to sell, but you have to squint and pretend they're sedans, even though they're junk cars, because they kept disappearing. But this is a great little parking lot with a little ring road, warehouses all around the outside. We've used lots of different props to really add the realism in there, as well as our cool little dirt features on the floor, our little decals that have really added that special touch to that. Again, cool little row house in here. We move across, we've got our little parking features alongside the railway here, leading up to our stadium, Kenilworth Road, Luton Town's home club, and that fits in there nicely right in the middle of this house in the estate. So that's really cool, and I love the look of the neatly lined up row housing all around that. So that's fantastic. And we move across here, we've got another elementary school, because we've got tons of demand for elementary school pupils, and then we've got a small college as well, just so we've got a bit of everything in the town with our sports features there and tons of parking. And then we move up here, we've got our little mosque, or what we pretend is a mosque. We've used the city chapel to place that in, and then over here we've got a medical clinic for the local residents. And we have put lots of trees, lots of vegetation between, because you'll see that Google Earth has got that too. And alongside here we've got our row housing. This is another mod that we used. We've got mixed row housing, and I think that looks perfect. That fits in exactly with the rest of the town, and yeah, that looks brilliant. We've got tons of people walking down there. Hopefully those shops are selling, thriving in business, and yeah, selling lots and lots of things. So that's brilliant. We put a little gas station in here, and we've lined that up. We've made it look like all one lot just by playing around with the surfaces and the bushes. So all in all, that has been no doubt my favorite build that I've ever done. I'm really happy with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and given you some inspiration. If you follow the journey and you like what you see, please drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to have hopefully lots more feature builds like this going forward. Yeah, so thanks for joining. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.